When a woman is not raised with her father, the errors in her feminine thinking have no balance.
I'm lost. I need balance.
Hence, she has confirmation bias. She thinks of something, runs the idea by her mom, or she has a disagreement with her little boyfriend in high school, and her mother says, yeah, you're right. Of course you're right.
You're right. I know.
Because the little girl is thinking with a feminine mind, the mother too is thinking with a feminine mind, and they validate one another, thus driving deeper into feminine delusion. The male mind is not perfect. The female mind is not perfect. The male mind tends to be pretty good at logic and self-reflection.
It's good. It's real good.
But together they balance each other really well. But in the absence of the male mind, the female mind goes completely insane.
You ever seen a girl who is madly in love with her dad?
No, not really.
Like her daddy can do no wrong in her eyes. Have you guys ever paid attention to how they talk about the man they want versus the one who didn't have the ideal circumstance for their fathers?
Yep.
Their expectations are completely different. It ain't even about money. It's never even about money with them.
Yep.
Those girls that have that type, they say, I want a hard-working man.
Man.
Lot more. Hey, boss, he ain't working.
Right? They're not saying they need a man that makes 6 figures. I need a hard-working man.
Yep.
I need a man that come home every single night.
Yep.
Right? I need a man that prioritizes his wife and his kids before his friends and anybody else.
Yep.
I need a man who is in line with God, who believes in being a spiritual leader in that household.
Amen. Amen.
I need a man who is not afraid to do anything and everything that needs to be done to take care of this family and this household. His ego is not too big to be at the daddy-daughter dance and make sure that he's holding his girl. Right? He's not too masculine to be soft when it's time to be soft. He's not afraid to stand up when he needs to stand up. He's not afraid of danger. And even if he is afraid of danger, he has the courage to face it.
I choose the danger.
Yeah.
The things that they look for are completely different.
Yeah.
But the women who didn't have that, the very first two things you'll hear out their mouth, he got to be making some good money and he got to provide everything for me.
There is an epidemic of gold-digging whores in this country.
Of all the hurt that women experience at the hands of men, the worst of it has nothing to do with boyfriends. It's when the father is absent. Because now you're watching your single mom do it all and be the breadwinner, nurturer, disciplinarian, and head of the house. And by nature, we mimic the examples that are in front of us, right?
At least we can all agree on that.
So the little girl who watched that is now a grown woman who practices it. But it's not out of necessity like your mother. For you, it's out of fear. She had to provide for the family and put food on the table. But you do it because you're running from the negative image of what you saw growing up and never wanting to feel weak for needing a man, which is hurt that impacts your effectiveness in relationships.
Because they think it hurts a little bit too much.
Because now your idea of teamwork and being a collective unit is all misconstrued because all you've seen growing up is your mother do everything.
A woman who never had her father's unconditional love and affection will struggle to understand what it feels like to be loved by a man.
It's hard.
That's why many times she will seek for attention in her relationships rather than expecting appreciation. Because the bare minimum feels like enough when that's all you were taught to receive.
That's enough.
This is what happens when you date a girl who doesn't have a strong father figure. Or just knowing her in general, this is what she's gonna do. Number one, these women never had a man to validate them and tell them that they are loved, so they might go out seeking it from different men or from different relationships.
Fact.
They may constantly need validation within their relationship, or do you love me? Oh, you're not gonna leave me. They might actually develop really strong attachment issues.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
So these are the type of people who will try to get you to leave them so they don't have to deal with the pain of you leaving. Number two, very rebellious. When you don't have a strong father figure in the house, the discipline can be a little bit less than what it's supposed to be.
Right.
So the person may rebel against absolutely everything and anything because they want to feel they have a sense of control in their life because they never had this type of discipline and proper arranging of their lives because their father wasn't in the picture.
Yeah, you did. No, we didn't. Yes, you did. No, we didn't.
Fathers truly are there to help lead their daughters along the path in which they should go. So when they don't have that, they're slightly reckless. And last but not least, my favorite is when you realize all of these things about yourself, although you didn't have a father figure in your life, you find a few. You start spending time with God. You start reading these books on how to become the best version of yourself.